Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for Three Blind Men and an Elephant. What would be the one camera and lens combination I'd take with me to a deserted island? Well, someone could hand me a Panasonic G9 with their 10 to 21.7 and I'd be happy. XT4 with 16 to 55, 2.8, I'm recording right now with, happy. X Pro 3 with 16 or 35, 1.4, X100V, happy. Sony A7R4 with 35, 1.8, Nikon Z6 or 7 with 51.8, Panasonic S1 triplets with 51.4, Hasselblad X1D2 with 45p, Leica CL with 23.2 or 35, 1.4, Leica M10D with Apo Summicron 50, happy. But if I were to arrive on a deserted island, it would not be voluntarily. It would be more of a Tom Hanks falling out of the sky, modern day Robinson Crusoe with his sidekick Wilson kind of thing, on my way to someplace else. Back to one of the world's great cities, because that's where I feel most at home. It's where I shoot, where I connect, where I feel inspired. New York City, home of my birth and our workshops. London, my adopted home city for 3 years. Zurich may be our next home. Paris, Berlin, Rome. Okay, Tuscany. I'd be delighted, amazed, and grateful dropping out of the sky and washing up on the shores like that if all I had was my iPhone 11 Pro, which, let's get real, is already more of a camera than most of us will ever have on this mortal coil. Forget that it's waterproof. Its battery would last a lot longer than any dedicated cameras. It's got 3 lenses, all the resolution and frame rates I could want for that screen. Forget that it weighs nothing. I could edit my shots, watch Casablanca as many times as I wanted with no one to tell me enough. I could weep with joy and fear, reviewing a lifetime of photographs of family, friends, and moments of casual intimacy on the streets of New York and London, especially, as I prepared to die. Forget all about that because maybe, just maybe, a 1 in a gajillion shot, I'd be rescued by someone who had the boneheaded idea that Find My iPhone would somehow magically work, or by someone happening to cruise by with a Wi-Fi hotspot on their super yacht powerful enough to receive my constant, frantic SOS texts, cue up Sting. I can tell you a few things. First, if I had all of that with me on that plane going down, as a YouTube reviewer, that's a lot more likely than you might think. And say we had to throw overboard all excess weight to keep it from ditching in the sea. The very last camera I'd throw overboard would be my own personal Leica SL2 with Summicron SL35. Put more prosaically, pragmatically, real world. If I had to sell some of our gear in order to help us survive the economic fallout we're experiencing from COVID-19, and like many others, who knows, we might, the very last thing I'd sell is that SL2 combo. Not just because it is superb in every way that matters to me, but because it speaks to me in a profoundly personal way. Second, right now, most of us around the globe are living on our own island. We are sheltering in place, at least those of us who have a place. Many don't. Last time I looked, 22 million people in the US alone had filed for unemployment. At times like this, it becomes infinitely clearer what we can and cannot live without. Right now, more than anything else, we need each other, and science, and common sense. Of course, the thing about common sense, as Mark Twain famously said, is that it just ain't common.